it's Shannon. I'm so excited to have you here today because I have a really cool trash to treasure to share with you. So I have this old crate and we actually used it in our wedding as part of the ceremony decor, and I definitely did not want it to go to waste. So today I'm going to show you how you can take an old crate and turn it into a footstool, but you don't necessarily have to have an old crate. You can build your own new old crate using new wood or even old wood. I have a tutorial I did quite a while back. I'll put that down in the description box and up in the iCards. So if you want to check out that tutorial after that, you can learn how to make your own crate as well. Now let's hop on down into my workshop and get to work. I decided that I wanted to add some feet onto the bottom of my crate, so I needed to cut the bottom section off to sort of allow for some added height later on, just using my jigsaw to do that. And at this point it was about 14 inches tall. I also removed the bottom of the crate. It sort of had an uneven surface and I wanted a flat, even workspace. So what I did is just hammered those off, and then I was left with some brad nails, so I used some pliers to pull those out. These crates were made from old pallet wood, so I did take my sander to it. That got all of the rough surfaces off, as well as any splinters. Now I did need to make a new base, which is actually going to be the top of the crate for when we go to upholster it. So I had some scrap plywood on hand and I just set my crate onto the corner and traced the other two sides, and then took my jigsaw again to cut out my square. I really enjoy working with my jigsaw. It's such a fun power tool to have and create with, and I would love to hear what is your favorite tool that you use, whether you use it for crafting or home projects. Leave those down in the comments below. After my square was cut out, I did check it to make sure I had a good fit, and then I took my 80 grit sandpaper and orbital sander to this as well to make sure it was nice and smooth. So now I have my plywood in my studio ready for upholstering. So I'm using some poly foam that is from Hobby Lobby. This is pretty thick at 3 inches. You can purchase foam in different sizes. This was $14.99 and I'm pretty sure it was also on sale. And then the fabric is also from Hobby Lobby. It's a beautiful sort of bluish gray ticking type of pattern. I have some sharp scissors along with a staple gun. And what I did is laid my plywood on top of the foam and used my really sharp scissors to cut that square out. You could even use a sharp razor blade for this too. I also placed my foam square onto my fabric. I found a corner and made sure that I would be able to pull that up over the edges, so I cut out a section quite a bit larger than the size of my cushion and layered it with the foam down and then the plywood on top. I took my staple gun and stapled the first top and bottom sides first before I moved on to folding the edges to make sure I had a nice crease on the edges and stapled the ends in place as well. So here's what those first two sides look like, and then I moved on to folding those corners in, and I will give you a close-up look of what they look like so that you have a nice clean edge. At the very end, I added lots and lots of staples to make sure my fabric would stay in place. I really wanted my ottoman to kind of match the look of this chair, so it has a whitewashed look, but you can still see the wood coming through the paint. And then I'm using these candlesticks that are from Hobby Lobby as the feet. So those are going to get a solid coat of white paint. I just did one coat on those to make them kind of stand out a little bit, but also white so they would blend in at the same time. I really wanted this to have more of an eclectic type look and a vintage feel. So all of those candle cups got one coat of my Waverly White chalk paint, and then unfortunately my SD card did not tell me that it was full, so it missed me painting my crate. But here's a look at the finish. I just basically took my foam paintbrush and swiped the paint on. And now it's time to attach this all together. I flipped my crate upside down on top of the cushion and used some 1-inch screws into all 4 of the corners and screwed those down into the bottom of the cushion, which was that plywood, so it holds it in there super tight. And now to attach the feet, I am starting with some wood glue. So I added those to the top sides of all of the candlesticks and added one to each corner. Now I did take this back down into my workshop and added 4 1-inch brad nails into each one of those feet to make sure they did not move and they stayed super strong for when they get scooted around. I so much enjoy creating trash to treasure pieces, especially something that was in our wedding that now has another purpose. I hope this video inspired you. Please give it a thumbs up for me. I'll also have lots more trash to treasure videos popping up on your screen. I hope you will check out next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.